All right, here we are. Episode 1 of Victory at Sea Pacific. We're doing the American campaign on hard, and we've just finished the tutorial to get us into the battlefield here. When we start out, all the task force are just got task force and then whatever number task force they are. What I'm going to do to start out at the beginning is to rename all my task force so I'll know what the heck I'm dealing with. So we're going to use all caps, and this first one is the battleships that are already grouped up, the Pennsylvania and then the Maryland and the Tennessee. So we're going to name them Bat Div 1. And that's World War II. I looked up some stuff, and that's what they named the battlefield, the battleship Bat Divs, okay? That's Task Force 1. Now they're Bat Div 1. Now we'll go to Task Force 18. Looks like it's just two small destroyers. They're in Hawaii. We'll leave them there. We're not even going to rename them because we're going to group them up. Now we're going to move to number 8. Looks like the Enterprise. We're just going to name it the Enterprise. And so forth. That's all we're starting with. All right, the Indianapolis is down towards Johnston Island, I remember, so we're going to call it the Cruiser Div, and we'll give them the number 1. And then we got Task Force 2 is the... Now, Task Force 2 is the unit coming from Pearl Harbor. It's the Colorado battleship, Pensacola heavy cruiser, which is a Pensacola class cruiser. And then we have the Richmond, which is the Omaha light cruiser, and then the Porter destroyer leader. We're not going to rename them either because we're going to actually separate them and do some other stuff with them once we get back into the game. So we'll leave Task Force 2 right there. And then we got Task Force 5, which is the Drum. It's the one submarine we start with. So we'll just name it the Drum. And then Task Force 12 is the Lexington. There were 2 Lexington classes. Lexington. The other one was the Saratoga. And then, of course, we have the Yorktown. It's down there at Macon Atoll. And there's the Saratoga. Okay, the Saratoga is the other Lexington class. They're old lumbering. They're lumbering characters. I mean, they don't turn well. I mean, they're pretty high speed, but they don't turn very well. All right. So what we're going to do is we have this even crew distribution. We have prioritize gaining experience. We got prioritize repairing damaged systems, and prioritize boosting crew morale. So what we want to do is look at the bottom down here where the speed is. Okay, so if we put it on even distribution, it's at 33 knots. If we put it on this experience gain, it goes to 19 knots. Now that Concorde, I don't know what he does, but somehow when he gets all his crew manned, he only goes to 19 knots. So we're not going to choose that one. And then we got 4 knots, prioritize repairing damaged systems, and then happiness. Okay, we're just going to put it on happiness. And the Yorktown, we spelled Yorktown wrong. I don't know how we put that U in there. But the Yorktown, we're going to leave it to where it is because it's going to be in battle here shortly. The Lexington, see if we can put it on happiness. Yep, it increases the speed. The Drum will leave. Task Force 2, we're going to adjust in a little bit. We got the Cruiser Div. We'll go ahead and put them at happiness. Enterprise, we'll put them on happiness. Now they've got another one. See, that Northampton's only 28 knots. There's 2 of them. So we're going to separate them 2 Northampton, the Chester and the Northampton. And then Task Force 18, which are the destroyers. Okay, Bat Div 1, we'll leave them in happiness, but we're going to dock them because they're all torn up. As you can tell, there's a gap between the full green bar Maryland, it was from the Pearl Harbor attack. They haven't been fixed yet. The Tennessee's really a lot of damage. All right, now let's go back to the game board. Now, the Bat Dev 1 will go ahead and repair and resupply it. 3 tugs. Okay, okay, here we go. The Enterprise, we're moving to Midway. Okay, there's already 2 destroyers out there from the Japanese. They're trying to determine what, if the carriers are in the area or whatever the hell's going on. But we're going to use these Catalinas as torpedo bombers. And these 2 at the bottom, we're using as spotters. So we'll change one of these to spotters. We will build 2 more B-17s, and we're going to build 6 fighter squadrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's for the defense of Midway later on, because you know in the history books the Japanese are coming. So we right-click down here to adjust that. Let's go ahead and stop these guys from taking off at the moment. Dive bombers, see they're going after the... We'll go ahead and replace this guy right now. He's a short range. All right, we'll make him a torpedo bomber. All right. Now we got 1 scout, 2 scouts, 3 scouts. We want to get 4 scouts up because we know them planes are coming. So that leaves us 2 torpedo bombers, a regular bomber. This guy's still a bomber because he's already in flight. And then this guy right here is also, he's a dive bomber, Douglas Dauntless. So right now we'll leave that the way it is. And then we will launch our torpedo bombers at this guy. And we'll launch our bomber. We got a bomber, that B-17. All right, so now we've adjusted him. So now let's go over here to the Saratoga. We'll send it to Midway also. Now we're trying to get this stupid supply vehicle to not get attacked and then dump his load at Midway. So we'll move him out a little bit, hold the control key. So you click here to have him go here, and then you hold the control key and he'll do another waypoint, okay? We got the Lexington. It's at 30 knots. We'll have him go to Midway. All right, so we have Enterprise going to Midway. Battleship's going to dock, okay? And we're going to dock these guys and try to see if we can upgrade them. Saratoga. Okay, here's Task Force 2. We're going to go ahead and separate this Saratoga. Oh, well, no, it's going. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. We're going to need to change it out a little while, but we're good for now. All right, so 3 carriers. Okay, we got another carrier group down here. And making Atto. It's already during the tutorial we went on ahead and attacked this. It was part of the tutorial, making Atto. We'll go ahead and take it too. So we right-click and we click Amphibious Assault. Yorktown ordered to call a landing force to Macon Atoll. Here's the drum. It's full of supplies. It's on the surface, and we're going to send it towards Marshall Islands a little bit. All right. Now the cruiser div over here, and the Enterprise has these stupid cruisers. They're big cruisers, but they're slow. We want to get them out of there. Okay. So now we'll bring them down here to Johnson Island. Task Force 18 is docking. We got Task Force 19 we just dealt with. Task Force 2. Okay, so we're going to separate these 3 cruisers from this battleship. We're going to have the battleship head to Pearl Harbor. And Task Force 2, which is at 33 knots, is going to join the Saratoga. But it'll take them a while to get to her because she's already hauling ass. We'll speed up the clock up here, 20 to 100. And what we want to do is we want to try to level up down here with this Yorktown. All right, this little landing ship. Okay, we got the Macon Atoll. So with the Yorktown, the Macon Atoll doesn't have any. Okay, we've unlocked a Colorado class battleship, which we have one coming from San Diego. You can't see me pointing, but I am over that way. Porter class destroyer leader, which we already have one of them in the game, but now we can make them. And we catch a Macon Atoll, and they give us 611 war bonds, which is out here. So you get 60 a month for basic ports, 42 for minor ports, and 133 for major ports. That's what we're getting right now. But the more that we increase our port size, which it takes 1,000 to go to a minor port from a basic port of the war bonds, and then from a minor port to a major port, it takes 1,500. And the more of those that we have, what we're going to do, actually, we'll go ahead and out here. 10 cargo ships, 1 oil tanker, 1 ammunition ship, and 2 destroyers, escorts. We'll go ahead and bomb the piss out of them. Torpedo bombers and dive bombers. So those destroyers have been destroyed. Now let's just get him in here to refuel and then get him the hell out of there. And I think this is going to be pretty frenzy. A lot of frenzy going on here in a little while because of Midway. I'm going to send these 2 tankers over, these 2 groups of tankers. We've got 22 cargo ships, 5 oil tankers, 2 destroyers, same thing there. We're going to send this one there. This one's going to Nomia. We'll let them go ahead. And what we need to do while we're messing around is we got a Yorktown and a Wasp building in San Diego. So we're going to go ahead and try to build I mean, if you look at history, there was only just a handful of Yorktowns and a gobload of Essex characters. We're trying to stay historically accurate the best way we can. So let me grab my tablet here and we'll look it up. Okay, do that yourself. So just type in Yorktown class carrier into your browser. Okay, so Yorktown class carrier, there it is. All right, now hit it. Okay, Wikipedia, there should be 3 or 4 of them. That's about it. Okay, let's see. Here we go. The Yorktown, Enterprise, and Hornet. All right, we have all 3 of the ones. We have 2 of the 3 that were ever produced. Okay, so if you go up and look, it was preceded by the U.S. Ranger, which was CV4. And the Ranger was a Lexington class, which was, the Ranger was its own class, looks like. Let me look here. Contents, service history. Yeah, so it was just the Ranger. Okay, and then the Lexington class. We go to ships. And it was the 2 in the game already. So, all right, we can make 1 Ranger, but we don't have them in the game. So that's why we're making this Yorktown. It'll be produced as the Hornet, okay? And then the Wasp was the only Wasp class, so it'll be produced as the Wasp. So we don't have any other carriers to make, even though we have the points to make them. So we will make some battleships if we can. What can we make here? Older battleships that are slower than turtles. So we'll make the porters. Where are the porters at? We'll make a couple Atlantas. There they are. Okay, the porters are up here. Okay. We'll make 4 porters, and we'll upgrade them to make them have advanced radar. Okay. Sub Hunter, 3 plus 3 AA plus 5 kilometer AA range. So we'll make those 3 porters, and then back here in Hawaii, we'll go ahead and make 3 Atlantas. Now, as you can see, the port's been damaged. The airfield's good. So we'll make, there's those 2 destroyers need upgrade. And then the 3 battleships. We won't upgrade them just yet because we don't really need them upgrade. Okay, we'll make 2 Atlantas, and they take 24 days. Okay, so now we've got all our ships going to where we want. Let me speed the time up. We're going to be going to 100. So all we want to happen right now, I think, is for the Yorktown to do work down here. As you can see, he is. He hasn't. There's his planes going in. And he didn't destroy. Oh, yeah, he destroyed them. So the ammunition ships are gone. 2 of the cargo ships. So we're doing work there. All right. So if we can sink this little group of ships here, which, okay, there they go. We're going to move them back to work on their aircraft. Here comes 2 light cruisers. We'll go ahead and send them there. Now they've sent out some aircraft. Looks like 12 dive bombers. Torpedo bombers, they take a little bit more to rearm. We'll go ahead and, oh no, they don't have a long range. They're those, let's pause it, slow the time down. Let's take a look at those. Okay, the downless dive bombers and the F4F Wildcats. And here we have these Devastators, TBD, Douglas. They're not that good. So these dive bombers should take care of these. Okay, there they sunk them. Now let's send them back to Macon again. We don't have an upgrade for these guys. So that's a scout plane. Upgrade we want down here is this big fat boy right there. All right, so we're just rolling right along. If you listen in the background, you can hear the planes that took off from the Yorktown in the background sound. So we almost got our cargo ships in here. They'll resupply this for these 3 carriers moving in. That guy's going to Pearl Harbor. I mean, they got a lot of supplies going around. The cruiser div is just sitting here. There should be if you remember, there's some probably going to be some submarines or something hovering around. I don't know where they are at the moment. But these they don't have any depth charges. There we go. Enemy vessels. 4 submersibles. Get these 2 destroyers out here. And we'll have to use the ASW aircraft here. It's only 2. We can adjust them a little bit. See what our scout planes are. We got 2. We want to switch it to have 2 more. And then the rest of them, we'll switch over quite a number of them to 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll change some to the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll start to rebuild them guys. We'll scrap those guys because they just have short range. So that'll give us 3 more ASW bombers right off the bat. And we'll look for them. All right. ASW bombers, ASW bombers, ASW bombers, ASW bombers. All right, they're all getting refitted is what's happening. All right. Speed this up a little more. Check on the Yorktown. He's been anchored out here. We'll go ahead and scout with the fighters on this Tarawa. And then we'll send the torpedo bombers to sink those 2 torpedo boats. What do we got going on here? All right. We'll let them do their own business with these guys. All right, one of the destroyers took a lot of damage. So we're going to run them back to Pearl. Run these 2 destroyers. We'll run them into the Saratoga also. She doesn't have a lot of... I'm thinking the reason these guys took a lot of damage, which they're still going 37 knots. We can look at the Hopkins. Doesn't have a lot of serious damage because it's still going 37 knots. So none of the stuff is red. The Long took a little damage, but it doesn't register, so we're good. It's just superficial, structural damage, whatever. All right. So we're scouting and bombing enemy vessels. There we go. What's that? 5 submersibles. So here these. We'll send these destroyers out there to do work. 5 against 2 is not good odds. But they don't have to be good odds because we got these planes, aerial planes. As soon as we get them landed, we'll check on the Yorktown. And we'll go ahead and scout Tarawa again. Enemy vessels in Alaska. Now, I always forget about Alaska. There's not a lot we can do here. It's only 2 cruisers, but we're just going to avoid this for now. All right, well, they've taken that part of Alaska. That's fine. If you remember from the history books, that's a distraction by the Japanese to try to get our carriers to be showing themselves. All we're trying to do is get to Yorktown to take Tarawa, do what they do. We'll send the drum on patrol. All right. They were just trying to distract us to get us up there for Pearl Harbor, I think. But it didn't work, Some people, yeah. All right. Well, we're just sitting here Task Force 18. See if these two destroyers can do work on 5. They sunk 2 of them, but they've taken a lot of damage. All right, they sunk them. Let's get them back in repair. Let's see what kind of damage they've done. Uh-oh. The torpedo tubes have been taken out. Oh, no, they're out of ammo. Oh, system manned. What did it say? Unable to fire. Oh, I didn't man them up. Well, that's okay. Whatever. We'll send them on repair. That's okay. All right, the Yorktown. We'll go ahead and man their crew. And we're going to go ahead and try to move in the landing force. We don't want the Yorktown to actually engage them 10-inch guns. That's what they have, 10-inch guns. 10 or 12, 16-inch, I'm not remembering really, but they're probably 6-inch guns, but the Louisville could take them out. These spotter planes are coming from the Louisville. That's the heavy cruiser. It's a Northampton class. It only goes 28 knots. But you got to go with what you got. So that's what we've got. Tennessee class battleship, Lexington class carrier, Portland class cruiser. That's the one we want. The fast one with the big guns, a lot of armor. St. Louis class cruiser and the Brooklyn. Ray Terrell. Okay, that means we've done 50% damage. Now they want us to attack the Marshall Islands. Wait for planes to come back, and we will just keep bombing them with the dive bombers. Here they come back again. And we're going to send them out there again. So now the Alaska's counted them 2 cruisers, which we can't help them right now. They got 2 groups, one of 5 dive bombers and one with 11. All right, well, we got it down to 70, 65. All right, now he's saying that this guy's out of fuel. We'll have him refuel, but he's going to get blown out of the water. There we go. He's all right. Well, I mean, we're not going to help them guys very well. Let's have the Yorktown move back a little bit. And now the dive bombers. The dive bombers we're limited what we can do because we have so many torpedo bombers. We'll change that out in a little bit. Once it gets to 80 or 90%, we're going to go ahead and move in. Here we go. We've launched an amphibious assault. All right, now we've taken Tarawa. We're going to move back over here to Macon Atoll and repair. We got 2 destroyed Dauntless. Enemy have launched an amphibious assault. And they've... All right, now we have enemy vessels. 4 cruisers. All right, we'll go ahead and send our torpedo bombers out. No, we can't. Let's get the drum over here to help us. We'll go ahead and do our bombers. There we have. Now the torpedo bombers. We just need to fix these two little guys. Four cruisers. Now we'll launch our torpedo bombers. Oh, there's 3 cruisers from this 12 dive bombers. We're going to move the Yorktown out, according to see what this guy does. 2 cruisers. We'll send our bombers back out. We'll go ahead and move the Yorktown out just in case. Task Force 21 has been created. All right, that's the 4 DDs. We want to send them also to the Saratoga. All right, these 2 destroyers, they're good to go. We'll send them to the Saratoga. Back down to the Yorktown. 1 cruiser left. Torpedo bombers. We got a lot of them guys. Here they go. It's only 6. I don't know why I didn't launch them all. That's 2 squadrons. All right, here comes 15 more. 5 squadrons. They should finish him off, and there he does. All right, so this stupid bomber still didn't get repaired. They don't get repaired out to sea for some reason. They can't do work out to sea. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pause it. We're going to do a little, wait for the Japanese to show up, and then I'll be back shortly. All right, so now we've got the contact with the Japanese coming directly west towards Midway, from the west of Midway. We're moving all our carriers out. Now what we want to do is we want to go down through here and turn all these carrier planes on anti-aircraft for their secondary guns. So set to A, anti-aircraft weapon. Destroyers don't do that. And so now we've got the Enterprise. They've got some mounts. They've got 2 5-inch guns on each side. And none of these little guys, oh, well, yeah, they do. Right there. All right. We want them to be anti-aircraft guns. Not that one. So the destroyer leaders, the porters, they don't have guns. You can switch to it, or the Litchfield. All right. We've already done this cruiser. Let's go back. All right. Pretty sure we did all these. All right, now the Saratoga. We did not do her. And now the Enterprise. All right. Let's make sure they're all covered. All right, I wish there was just a single button you could hit for doing that, but it's okay. All right, now we got this stupid, this Richmond doesn't have, I mean, it's just a horrible. We'll put it on, we've updated Midway. They got a week before they can do anything. Let's go ahead and bring this guy back. Alright, now where did the light cruiser go? 24. There it is. Let us have him escort this ship. We'll have him escort this ship. Now, as they're running, we're going to switch these guys. Best we can. No, we can't. Everybody, recall all flights. All right. All right, we'll pause the game. We won't pause it. We send out the Saratogas or the Lexington's bombers, see what they can do. We're going to go ahead and start our attack. Okay, we're going to have to do this manually because, oh no, they won't launch. Okay, so get the Lexington back that way. Enterprise back that way. Saratoga back that way. Put these torpedo boats. What's the Yorktown doing? 3 battleships. Let's get them out of here. And back up here. Yorktown's crew morale is not good. Five days. Switching out all the midway planes to the fighters, it gives us a little more flexibility with them carriers. Them carriers are going to take damage. I should have moved them to the other side of midway so them planes would have to moved. Let's move them down south a little bit, actually. We'll get midway to help us. We sunk anything? No. We'll get them all to attack. The torpedo boats are going. They ain't going to have much luck against them stupid battle cruiser. That stupid battle cruisers. Lexington's about to bite it. Took a lot of damage. We haven't sank anything. And we still got 3 days. We didn't get to midway. Base upgraded. Lexington's probably just got sank. It did not yet. They're going to finish him off. Yep, there he goes. All right, so we've lost the Lexington. The first casualty, they've lost 1 carrier, we've lost 1 carrier. Our 2 carriers are running out of resources. All right, we'll get them moving. All right, let's see who's got any other carrier took any damage. We'll put them with the Enterprise. Okay. Enterprise. One DD. Oh, man. All right, whatever. There we go. We'll just merge you in there. Got any attack planes to go? No. All right, now all these fighters. Alright, just run my little, okay, they're at their maximum space. We're still launching aircraft. Carriers are trying to run us down. Got a B-17, see if he can get one. Some hits on one. Now the Saratoga has been attacked. Just a tiny bit of damage. How many more days? 2. Okay, now they're backing off. Okay. And we're going to move these 2 carrier groups back to the base to try to repair some of their bomber aircraft as they attack on the go. Okay, maybe that B-17 did some damage. And we should have one more day and we'll have double the air crew. Okay, now let's try to fix this right here. Alright, we can't do anything. Speed up time. They still got 2 carriers. We'll go ahead and send them to attack even though they're going back to base. How many supplies do we have? We have plenty. Oh. Oh, no, that's not good. Alright, what do we got here? British cruisers. Alright. Let's take out the battleships. We got some more carriers that are being built. How long until they're out? 41 more days. Alright, well, Midway's going to be upgraded any second. Alright, there it is. Midway. Alright, now. We got a lot more planes to deal with. Alright, so torpedo bombers. Get out there. And we got some bombers. Get out there. Let's change these scout planes to torpedo bombers. All right. Saratoga's getting pounded here. No. North Carolina class. Okay, we sunk something. Another carrier. Okay, the North Carolina class battleship. Independence light carrier. Fletcher class destroyer. Okay, there we go. The Grumman, the fat boy. Bomber. And then the nuclear bomb. Okay. So where's the Yorktown? What's he doing? They did not go into the base. Saratoga was hauling ass. Enterprise is not hauling ass. It's going 20 knots. Oh, it's that stupid Richmond. Okay. One of these guys, all right, I don't know. But just need to get these two carrier groups into port. All right, there we go. We got 306 to, okay. Get rid of these 6 bastards, they suck. All right, we're replacing them with these little fat guys, torpedo bombers. As soon as they get repaired, same deal here. And let's see, these guys, 870 nautical miles, 1115. We'll go ahead and swap some of these out, since they don't really have, they're not attacking us that much. All right, now the Saratoga. All right, upgrade all flights. That's just them 2. Oh, that didn't mean to do that. All right, now we just got to get them fixed. These bastards are getting away. What's the Yorktown doing before we lose it? Oh no. We've lost the Yorktown. All right, well, we're getting our asses kicked here. Can you do something? We're going to lose the Macon Atoll. That's okay. Let's get these guys back out of there. All right. Yeah, Macon Atoll's gone. All right, the Enterprise is ready. Get out there and blow their asses up. 1 carrier. Where did he go? All right. All right, where's that B-17 at? Let's send him out here to attack this bastard. It says they're going. It can't be way out there. All right, that's fine. What has the longest range? Flying boat. What about this guy? All right. He still has low fuel. All right. Well, that's not. I mean, hmm. So focused on them carriers up top, I lost track of that Yorktown. He just drove straight into them battleships, and battleship blasted him to hell because the Yorktown continued to travel towards the damn thing like it was a battleship. And I don't. Yeah, that's okay. But the drum. Well, I mean, they haven't actually taken it or anything. We could send this cruiser div back down there. Them battleships have moved out to scout this place. All right. Now, what happened with the Enterprise is that he sunk that damn battle group. Is the Saratoga rearing to go? Okay, they're rearing to go. Let's get them all moving. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, 3 carrier battle groups. Now I know that these torpedo bombers right here. Let's change them all over. Okay, torpedo bomber. Torpedo bomber. They can't reach that far. Just on the other side. So we need to change. Okay, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. I gotta click on the planes. Sell these 3. Swap this guy out with him. Let's build 4 more of those. Let's swap this one out with him. Now we'll make this one a torpedo bomber also. Torpedo bomber. Now all we have is torpedo bombers. Now let's get out of that. Go here. Is that plane back? No, it's not back. All right, do we have torpedo bombers? Okay, so now we have them little torpedo bombers. Let's switch them out. Okay, swap, 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 swap. Torpedo bombers. We're switching them over. Looks like there's another one. All right, those are all out. All right, torpedo bomber. Swap. Okay, how many more? We got a bunch we can use. All right, let's build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. And let's swap them out to torpedo bombers. And those are fighters we don't need right now. Let's make sure that one's a torpedo bomber. He's not. This one is not. That one is, that one is, that one is. Let's just right click down here to get them all where they need to be. All right, so we've got 5 spotters. They're out doing their business. We'll swoop them out as soon as they come back. Okay, we got a lot of torpedo bombers. And this plane, they probably shot him down. Yep, shot him down. Make you a torpedo bomber. Red lines, red lines. It'd be nicer if we didn't fuck up that Yorktown and had him to use. But we do not. All right. We'll just keep the Midway on. They still got bombers. We need to figure out who that is. Oh, it's them 2 big bastards. All right, so we got another torpedo bomber to send. And he's in flight, so we can't do anything with him. How many more of these guys do we have? 3. Let's build 3 more. I mean, they're not very good on their own, but when there's a whole mess of them, they do a pretty good job, even against these carriers. And we got another one. All right. Torpedo bomber, torpedo bomber. Did I not change that one? Yeah, I did. 1 torpedo bomber. All right, go after him. There's 7. That was 1. That was the B-17 that we lost earlier. He got over there. All right, there's the torpedo boats. These guys just won't make a dent. There they go. I think we did some damage there. Oh, they know where we are now. Tarawa. Tavalu. All right, they should be getting ready to launch. He went the wrong way, so I'm not going to be able to attack with these guys. I should have already attacked with them. Let's see if they can make it. All right. I don't know why that one's not working. All right. Well, here we go. One against. Oh, there's that battleship. Them cruisers got to do something. These guys got to move. Oh no. Destroyer leads never made it to where they were going. Yeah, the drum, he submerged. Saratoga and Enterprise, neither one have any operational aircraft. All right, well, I'm going to pause it right here, and I'll be back in just a minute after we get this sorted out. All right, we're back. It's only been about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Actually, I went to give my dog some water. But the Saratoga and the Enterprise have both got their planes repaired for the most part. I just sent this strike right here of, let's see what it says, 16 torpedo bombers, and we did sink one of the 3 carriers. And we just sent a whole fury of other ones. Okay, now they're all gone. All right, no more carriers. Okay, so we're going to move back, fully repair those ships or those planes. And now it just said something about a new Herbrand, 2 light cruisers. All right, and we got a little base down here at Nomo. Torpedo bombers. Dive bombers and fighter. All right. So the bombers and the torpedo bombers. We gotta. Is he coming back? Yeah, he needs to get on back down there. He's not gonna be nothing but fuck there. Let's take him in there. All right. Now these guys got to haul their ass back up here. If we can get rid of that battle cruiser. Where's those heavy cruisers? I'll just send these bastards there, and we'll have them join them. All right, we just need to take that battle cruiser out. Let's just fuck them up. I mean, mess them up. Sorry about that. All right, that's it. All right. Cleveland class light cruiser, consolidated B-24 Liberator. It's now available to our land-based forces. All right, so we sunk that whole battle group, actually. We'll go ahead and have this group escort these guys in. Get them in formation. We don't have an Essex yet, I don't think. I've never seen the Essex come up. We need the Essex carrier. I guess we lost Lexington, so we'll make another Lexington. And we'll upgrade it. 87 days for that thing. All right. That's all we can do for now. We've got our another cruiser. The Grom doesn't have any ammo. You need to get back. See if he can even make it. No. The Richmond. Where's this Richmond at? It's at Midway. The Wasp. Okay. That's another carrier. It's a smaller carrier. Doesn't have all that many. I mean, it has, you can look at it right here. The Wasp. It's this little one right here. It's got 6 torpedo bombers and 6 dive bombers and 9 fighters. Yorktown has 7 dive bombers, 7 torpedo bombers, and 10 fighters. And the Lexington has 5 torpedo or dive bombers, 6 or torpedo bombers are first, even though they're at the bottom. So let's actually stop that and make a Yorktown. We'll upgrade it. Takes a few less days because it's not as armored, that's all. All right. We're going to send the Enterprise. I'm actually going to separate these guys. 28 knots, 28 knots, and 37 knots. Okay, I'm going to put the Indianapolis with the Enterprise. And then I'm going to put the 2 other ones to Saratoga. You need these cruisers and the light cruisers that have airplanes on them. We want to put the Indianapolis at the top. We want to put these 2 guys at the top. Leave that. Well, I don't know. That Concorde. It's got airplane also. We'll keep them close in. .34 knots. 22 knots, see? It's that stupid Chester. No, it ain't. It's the Concorde. See, they went back to 30 knots. All right. right. Let's make sure these guys are still on attack vector. Oh, that's bull crap. All right. Those, oh, they don't have any plane. Okay. Let's go back to port. That's a deficiency right there. All right, that's okay. All right, so what now we need to, the Cleveland. See, the Atlanta, you can upgrade it to a sub hunter, but not the Cleveland. Now the Cleveland, it's right here. It has 4 airplanes. It has good AA. Advanced radar. It's got 12 6-inch guns, and this Brooklyn has 15 6-inch guns. That AA is unbelievable on this Cleveland. You can upgrade it by like 3 or something. I can't remember, but 15 6-inch guns, that's a lot. It's got. They both have 4 armor. They're pretty tough. Portland is the one of choice, I guess. We can build only one, and we'll upgrade him. He's got 9 and 8-inch guns. It's a heavy cruiser. All right, enemy vessels. I imagine it's those. Oh, 3 destroyers. What's this? The Richmond. It's the Omaha class. We got the. It's at Midway. Midway. It's the Omaha class. Where's it at? It's got 6-inch guns, so they're not very long range. So we'll just send the torpedo bombers. All those. And we need to get rid of some of these. Make them scouts. How many scouts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we already have enough actually. All right, torpedo bombers. All right, well, we're not doing that bad. We sunk them, all them carriers with only losing 2, so we're 6-2 right now. They lost 6, we lost 2. We lost Lexington and we lost the Yorktown, but the Yorktown didn't get sunk by them. It got sunk by my stupidity. So that's just how it goes when you play like an idiot. It was just too much to deal with. Okay, they got them. Get this cruiser. It's a light cruiser even. It can't do much by itself. We'll actually have it group up with this other one and just escort these cargo ships. There's those battleships. See, he goes 37 knots by his damn self. But he won't go 37 knots. In a carry group for some reason. All right, let's put these all on happy. Put them on happy. Put them on happy. While they're in port, we'll do the morale. That's all we've got. The Wasp is over here. Let's go ahead and upgrade their planes. Get rid of these shitty Devastators. Yeah, we still haven't got those other ones. These ones right here, we need those. All right, now the Enterprise. I'm going to take the Macon Atoll and the Saratoga. We'll take Tarawa. Enemy vessels near Midway. View on the map that takes it down to times one. 4 destroyers. All right, whatever. Torpedo bombers coming your way, my friends. And one Enola. Well, that's not the Enola Gay, but one bomber. 2 bombers. All right. On where the bombers are. Now 4 destroyers up here. Torpedo bombers. All right. Now we'll go ahead and get the Wasp out there, even though he don't have no escorts. Got a Portland Macon. 33 days to build for that one. But it doesn't have as much armor as than Portland, so we'll use the Portland. The Portland, that's the same class as this Indianapolis, I believe. Yeah. And then the Saratoga has 2 Northamptons. We should leave them behind because they're, well, I mean, they're going 30 knots actually, so it's okay. All right. We'll speed it up a little bit. Those guys are fucked. Yep, those guys are done. There's the road done. We need to rename this Wasp task force. The Wasp. It's just a small carrier. We should send it up there to stay up here in Alaska. Each base you have control of gives you war bonds. That's why we need them places up there. I mean, one ain't gonna hurt us too much. That's why we didn't really mess with it when it started. But we got 4 battleships almost up there. I don't know where those destroyers went. All right, here we go. Now it's light cruisers at Midway. Midway's busy. We really updated it to a minor port so it could deal with them carriers before, but we might as well rename this cruiser group We'll name it Cruiser Div 4. Let's put a space there. Because they're minuscule, they're not that important, but can't scuttle them. There they go. Carriers are going. There they go. Saratoga's launching. They're spotting them out. All right. All right. Well, looks like you got to go back. I don't know where they came from. Yeah. All right. What the fuck is they? Got such short range. Oh, Dauntless Dive Bomber. We don't need him. Where's he at? Right there. I think this stupid torpedo bomber, it's the same one. We're going to get rid of him. We have to sink those two battle cruisers. They're like battleships, but they're just not as heavily armored, but they can shoot a miles. Miles, a lot of miles, 20 miles. They got 14-inch guns on them. They're probably like a Congo or something. I'm not sure which ones they are if we get the planes down there. We'll zoom in on them. All right. Which way is he flying? He's flying this way. There they are. All right, let's see what we got here. There's a bunch of them. There we go. Yeah, the Congo. It's got, where's the other one at? Right there. No, there he is. Haruna battlecruiser. They're like little battleships, is what they are. They just don't, I don't think, has much armor. They look like they were from the same class, the Congo class, maybe. Maybe not. All right, well, we got 2 carriers coming after them. Let's see how they do. If they can catch them. And I mean, they're shooting everything down. Well, they're bombing them. All right. Hopefully we can get these carriers in there. Don't look like it. What is the Wasp doing? 30 knots. By clicking on them manually like this, allows them to launch a little quicker. One of the battle cruisers is down. Those 2 light cruisers won't have a chance. These guys are just not. All right. There we go. The Saratoga's launching planes. A spotter. Oh, it launched bombers right here. All right. All right. The battle cruisers are down. All the cruisers. Hell, let's for the hell of it take these 2 light cruisers and just see what happens. All right, they're destroyed. All right, now we're gonna get this big ass cargo group out of here. We'll have these cruisers resupply. We'll have the Wasp. Going over now. Look at these. They're spotters coming back in. Those battleships. They got recon planes. They can do some work. Refuel these guys. And now the escort. All right, so we're not doing so bad. There we go. There's those destroyers. Now the Essex is ready. Curtis Helldive bomber and the torpedo bomber. Those are the ones we want. All right. All right. We'll have them pull in. Is the Wasp pulled in? Not yet. Saratoga is escorting. We'll have her pull in. Looks like we got one more carrier ready, the Hornet. And now we'll start the Essex. There they are. How many do we have? 1,500 points. We can make 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're making 4 Essex, and the Yorktown will be done. And I think it's going to be the Yorktown. What the game does is it, like, the Yorktown, the Hornet, and the Enterprise are the 3 Yorktown classes. So if the computer checks the game play area or whatever of the ships that are in play already, and since the Yorktown is not there, maybe it will make those. Because it will only make 3 after it makes the 3rd one. The 4th one and so forth, they'll be named like the Cottonmouth, 2 snake names, and a dog name. I don't remember what it was. Not the wolf, but I watched some other YouTube videos, and guys were like, why do they name them these weird names? They don't repeat the names on that carrier class, but unlike the battleships, say the Iowa battleship, it has the Iowa, the New Jersey, the Missouri, and the Wisconsin, 61 to 64. I was on the actual Iowa. I was stationed on it. And when it makes those 4, it also makes the Arkansas and what's the other one? Maybe the Texas? And it just keeps making the Arkansas and the Texas. But it's okay. But we got 4 more carriers coming. We got 2 cruisers. Looks like maybe they're ready. Okay. And let's see how many they got. 4. They got 3 cruisers with airplanes. The Enterprise has how many? 2. We'll go ahead and send it to the Wasp. They just don't have any escorts at all. All right, now we'll actually enter combat for these old battleships. Now what we want to do is we want to put them in a straight line. We want to move the 4 DLs out of the, well, I don't guess it matters. They're just destroyers against destroyers. So we'll click this Pennsylvania. It doesn't have any planes. The Maryland has 1. All right. We'll launch the Maryland's plane. It pops out here. Speed it up a little. When it starts gaining out to the bottom left, we'll get it up to about 4,000 feet. And we'll send it out there. Slow it down just a little bit so we can catch up to him. It's quite a ways out. All right, that's as fast as we can go during battle. And whenever this, all right, there we go. There's the 4 destroyers. He's not, yeah, he's at good enough altitude. All right, so now we'll click on the Pennsylvania. Click on its top turret. Zoom back. That's its closest range right there. If we click all his guns, it's right there. The Maryland, a little farther back. Tennessee, a little farther back. And the Colorado's even farther. Okay, so we got the Pennsylvania. They're going as fast as they can go at 6 knots. Why is that? Why are they going so slow? Speed this shit up. All right, there they go. Now we'll click on the Pennsylvania. That's way back. There it is. 4 destroyers. Oh, they're just sitting out to sea. They're not moving. Well, they're about to start moving. And we lost them. They're out of the 4,000. It says meters. Whatever. That's a long ways up. Move them down a little bit. But they're spotting for them battleships. Them battleships will be in range any minute. All right. We'll zoom them up, and just before they get in range. All right, there we go. We'll turn off his guns. Let's see what he does. He should be in range. Maybe we didn't click. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right, he done blasted this one. They're just sitting. Oh, yeah, they're just sitting still. Taking it. All right, here we go. So, that was a miss. That was a miss. Why are they just sitting there? Oh, maybe they're out of fuel. Yeah, they're out of fuel. They didn't have a resupply at their base. They were waiting. They ran out of fuel. That's funny. Well, sorry about your luck. The Pennsylvania's about to blow you to hell. Yeah, that's the end of them. They ran out of fuel. I guess I've said that 4 times now, but our battleships need a little bit of fuel. We gotta. We'll go ahead and send him out. All right. All right, we're going to pause it here. Well, let's get this tanker group out of the way. 9 cargo ships, 1 tanker, and they're gone. So basically all the Enterprise is doing is just holding this area. It's really not got anything. I mean, it doesn't probably need any fuel, actually. We'll go ahead and put them all on happy. All right. A Hornet. It's moving in. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here, and we will catch you on the second episode. This is just the first foray into World War II, Pacific, victory at sea, Pacific with the U.S. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Hit the like button if you like what you see. But thanks for watching, and have a good day.